Okay, hi guys. This is something a little different than we're, we normally cover here at the Corvinus Wargaming, but something I've wanted to look at for a while, and I finally bought the Call of Cthulhu Keeper rulebook today. Um, it was a little pricey. I had some extra gift money left, but overall, I'm pretty happy. When I was in high school, I discovered Lovecraft, probably like a lot of people. And through college, I liked the mythos and stuff, and that was interesting to me. But I just didn't really have the patience at that time to like actually read his stories. And then in the last, I would say several years, I've started to actually read his stories more, and I like them a lot. The game that what actually got me more interested in the Lovecraft mythos was an older game. It's called Cthulhu: Dark Corners of the Earth. It's kind of like a first-person action game. It came out about 15 or 20 years ago. It's a little clunky, but I think it has a really nice atmosphere. So check that out if you haven't. It's a fun game, I think, and it's based off of the Shadow over Innsmouth, which is a really great story, of course, very famous. Um, and lately, I've been thinking about the RPG, so I finally picked it up, and it's this is the seventh edition Keeper's Manual or Keeper's Rulebook, and Keeper is their word for the game master, of course. Um, and Obviously, this looks a little different than the filming location. This is my normal desk that I do my real work on, so that's why it's got a bunch of books, and I look like maybe I look like a little bit of a crazy person, but it's a nice, the bindings seem pretty nice. I like the fonts a lot, which is kind of a small thing, but it looks good. Oh, printed in Poland. Look at that. um, And the artwork, I flipped through it before I started filming, and the artwork, I like the older, I'm assuming this is like the older artwork from when the game first came out in the 80s, which I like that a lot, the pen and ink drawings. Um, the more modern art, I could take or leave, but it's fine. Just not a fan of the computer kind of look, but other than that, it's fine. Um, So it's got a bunch of examples of play, which is really helpful because I've always had a hard time kind of getting role-playing games, mostly because I never had that many people to try them with over my life. But this section was what really made me glad made me happy I got the book, because it has a pretty detailed biography of Lovecraft, and it had some things, little bits and pieces I didn't know before, like that a lot of his fiction was rejected, but he was actually pretty successful as a ghostwriter, which was interesting. Um, and it's got a long section about the mythos. And also it has what was left out. So it's mostly things from the later. I think most of the stuff is from the later author August Derleth, who after Lovecraft passed away was the one that uh, published a lot of his work and wrote his own stories. So what was left out? The original designer, Sandy Peterson, took the decision to ignore a portion of the mythos that did not appeal to him and he felt was not in Lovecraft's original concept. He left out the war in heaven, in which the great old ones battled and were defeated by the elder gods, supposed deities of good, opposed to cosmic evil and the great old ones. The idea of a cosmic war is never found in Lovecraft's own work. More alarmingly, it vitiates some of the stark horror found in the original ideas, carrying elder signs around like crucifixes and holy water, and always having the white hat elder gods in the background ready to save one's bacon if things get too bad greatly weakens the original horror of the bleak, uncaring universe, which mankind is left naked and defenseless. He also left out the concept of various great old ones being somehow connected to Greek elements of earth, fire, or earth, water, fire, and air, exemplified by Narlathotep, I guess, Cthulhu, Cthulhu, Hast, and Hastur, respectively. This idea falls apart under close inspection. If Cthulhu is a water god, why is he currently dead due to being under the sea? And weakens the premise of the great old ones being monstrous alien beings. And then something else that was left out. So this is really nice. I found this to be quite interesting and a nice one sort of primer to the universe, and then it has creating characters and all the stuff you need for an RPG. But I think the thing I like most about it is just that it's very well organized, and when I opened it up, I felt like I immediately kind of understood what was going on, without reading it too deeply. And another reason why I like this role-playing game is you can you can create a character that's a professor or a scholar, because they're often heroes or protagonists in Lovecraft stories. So that appeals to me, especially because they often have to work on strange foreign languages. But yeah, I like this a lot. I'm not going to go on too long because there's only so much to say. But like I said, the main reason I find this appealing is the sort of background section, and I'm as I read through it, I clearly could pick up on how to create a character and how to run a game. That was always when I was in middle school buying third 3.5 edition Dungeons and Dragons rule books. It was always kind of unclear like how I'm actually supposed to play this game. And the same with the Pathfinder rulebook. But this is nice, and I'm glad I got it. I'm hoping I can do. Maybe I'll make some videos about it, and kind of do some of the modules if I can find more that are like solo modules. Yeah, and there's one other book. I guess it's the Investigator Handbook, but it seems like. You can just play the game with just this if you want to. There's appendices and yeah, and oh, okay, we've got a map of maps, character sheets, and okay. All right, well, that's my overview of the Call of Cthulhu rulebook. I'm pretty glad I got this. And who knows, maybe I'll be able to find some players for this in real life. That would be nice. Okay, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll keep, we're going to keep doing the wargaming stuff here. We're not... but this is just something I wanted to look at for a while, and I was finally able to get it. So, okay, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. And thanks again for I've just passed 500 subscribers, so thanks everyone for subscribing and commenting and everything. I appreciate it.